Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the sons of the Most High. All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles, the great millstone who rule well. And I also want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, GMS, Mississippi County, Spirit Wind, Judah. Behind the camera, I got Kazak with me. All right, and today we want to go into a topic of the competence of Israel, man. All right, because, well, I'm gonna let the scripture speak. But part of the aftermath of slavery was low self-esteem, a poor self-image. Because speaking of image, Esau through his media painted an image of us being inferior and an image of him being superior, and they created a product of a feeling of inferiority within the 12 tribes. All right, this is Jeremiah 30:12. For thus said Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. And part of that wound and bruise is the wound in the product of slavery. That low self-esteem, feeling of self-doubt, the feeling of I don't want to stand out, be different, I don't want to be a man, or the feeling of being embarrassed for doing something outside of this little zombie world we live in. All right, and another part of that is the feeling of being incompetent. All right, the feeling of feeling inadequate. All right, the feeling of not being capable of doing something. Because part of being in slavery is we serving Esau, and we depending on his system. So if you have the feeling of being independent, then they will free you from being a part of Esau's system. So he created a feeling of inferiority to instill that feeling of dependence on his system to maintain his power structure, man. All right, but since we're at the end of Esau's kingdom, it's time to restore the feeling of competence within ourselves, man. All right, this is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Yahweh Shai, which strengtheneth me, man. So that's something that you should have in your head, man. I think they call it affirmations in the world, but that's something you should affirm in your mind, put in your mind. I can do all things through Yahweh Shai, who strengthened me, man. All right, and that's not to say we're trying to be millionaires or billionaires or do something like that, but it's a little everyday things that we encounter in our day life, man, that plays our mind. All right, you should have a feeling of, man, this is Yahweh Shai's universe. There's nothing in this universe that I can't put my hands on and excel, because one of the attributes of being an Israelite is the spirit of excellence. So anything that we put our mind to, we usually excel in that area, man. All right, another attribute that we fell in, which is part of the incurable wounds of slavery, is the feeling of discouraged, which the word courage goes back to the word heart, man. All right, so we lack heart. That's why they had that movie, The Wiz, and they had the lion that was scary. He lacked courage. But they remade that movie around the 60s and 70s when Jake was getting his butt whooped by the so-called white man. So part of that incurable wound was a fear of death by Jake. That's why Jake was scared to look a so-called white man in the eye. He was scared to speak up for himself, because that could result in death, man. All right, but now that's over with, man. Now it's time to get that feeling of courage, competence, confidence back in us without being embarrassed and self-conscious about how it looks to other people when we project confidence, man. All right, and I'm gonna tell you something, because Jake like women. You know, a lot of times Jake feel like he gotta be cute to get a female, gotta play dress up. But a woman to tell you, man, women like confidence in a man. A lot of times you will see a Jake that's he doesn't look like a guy that gets a lot of women, and you see him with an attractive woman. And you know what it really was? A lot of cases is that confidence, which gave him that charismatic personality, which gave him that magnetic personality that got all the women laughing. And we've seen it firsthand, man. Once you get them scary demons out your mind, you can do all things with Yahweh Shai, who strengthen you, man.
Can I say something, brother?
You got it.
That's why the women of the other nations love Jake. They love the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian man, because we have confidence, and they say that about us. They speak about a lot of so-called black men, like they love us because we have confidence.
And confidence, man, is a lot. I hear women say a lot of confidence take you a long way, but confidence is really synonymous with power. So that confidence has to be indicative of power somewhere. So somewhere in you is some power. But you know what? Power is in your name. Because what? Israel is Yasha Allah. He, Prince of the power. So we are direct descendants of the power that runs this universe, man. So we got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to make that a reality for us, man. It's one thing to say it. I'm saying it. But it's one thing, another thing to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to make what I just said a reality, man. We are Prince of the power. The Prince of the power that runs this world, man. 1 John 3:2. Beloved, Now are we the sons of the Most High, because Yahushua brought us back to that reality that you're the Israelites. You're the Lord's chosen people, man. Withdraw from this living like the Gentiles. And it doth not yet appear what shall be. All right. But know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. So we're going to see Yahweh face to face, but we're going to have new bodies to be able to see him face to face. But before you even get to the point of being in the kingdom, being with Yahweh and Yahushua, guess what? We got to have that knowledge now. We have to have that demeanor and mindset now. But you know what? I'm not going to prolong the lesson. I hope you brothers were edified. To the next lesson, Shalom.